Hello everyone and welcome to Daily Game Review number 12. In today's game we have GotToGo versus dxman, a 13Q versus a 12Q. Alright, so it seems we're getting a lot of double DQs lately, so that's cool. I also always want to help people to improve to single digit Q, at least to get to single digit Q. I think everyone should at least get to single digit Q in their Go career. Though I would like to help people to also go to done, so we'll see how that goes. So we have GotToGo as black playing a Starpoint Komiku, and white playing this way, and he plays a large Shamari. Alright, and then white approaches here, and black plays high here. I haven't seen this high move. Normally I think I see a 2-space pincer or a 3-space pincer in this case, or a normal move like this, but let's see how this high move works out. So he's going to play here, and white is going to extend. I don't like this high move for white. I think white should go low. If you go high, it kind of gives black a free move here, which looks like black gets immediately. However, after white goes here and it plays like this, black may get white may get the chance to go here, and black the surround move here I don't think is as powerful as this. So I think black should maybe go here, and if white brings it down, there's still a lot of Aji in this area, so I think it's still okay for black. And now black can get back to playing the next big move. But that is the thing you want to remember with when the Blackstone is high here. You really want to bring the fourth line down to the third line. However, black played here and white played here. This is a bit of an overplay. It's far too early to invade this area. There's not really much you can do right now without support, so you're going to see that white is just going to end up in a poor position. However, black does let white live, but since black is strong here, black could consider going here, and he doesn't want to have to worry about this cut due to this variation. And since this stone is on the third line, you can see that now black is connected out and white is dead in the corner because there's only one eye in the corner. So with this, you can see that white completely overplayed and white is dead in the corner if it plays like this. There is this variation, however, if you look at this way, you can see that there's not a second eye on the side, and black is really thick on the outside, so it's really hard for white to do anything, so I believe you can play this move. However, once you play this tiger's mouth, white easily lives in the corner with a common shape here. And you did lose your corner, so black could have done a bit better there by killing the corner. However, now black does have Sente to go back and do something to the top side, which he doesn't. He plays on the left side. The left side is the smallest move to play right now. You still need to fix here. You can punish white here by attacking this group on top, since you got a lot of stones around and white didn't respond. And then you can get to the big move here, but the left side is definitely the smallest. Remember, when you're trying to decide a move, you want to think, where's my weaknesses? Defend your weaknesses first. Then, where's my opponent's weaknesses? Attack your opponent's weaknesses in Sente to gain profit for free. And then, after that, you go, where's the big move? And the big move is usually the open corners and then most open sides. Which and in this case it's definitely not the left side, and also it can be the fourth line stones that want to come down to the third line. Preventing that is also quite big. For example, if white played R12, it is also quite big, and I think finishing the Joseki on the right side is probably bigger than playing on the bottom side due to the fact that white can attack black a little bit. So bringing a fourth line stone down to the third line is also quite big, but you also want to think of the most open sides and stuff like that. So you can see, after thinking about those questions, the left side is the smallest place to play. It's third line, it's settled, black is thick, and this is complete overplay. There's a net here. You can easily go here, here, and then there's nothing white can do. So remember this shape. White, you've got to stop overplaying. You got to stop overplaying. This just doesn't work. This ladder... So it's only working because your opponent doesn't know the common shape here. The shape here is there's a net, and white should die immediately. Just like white should have died in the corner. So white, get rid of these overplays while you can. They may work on your opponents right now, but that's only because your opponents don't know the shapes yet. Once you get to the single digit Q level, you are going to die a lot with these overplays. These overplays will not take you very far, because once your opponents start learning the shapes, you're just going to die left and right, and then you will be at a loss on what to do. So stop overplaying and start getting to those big moves right now, and that should help your play. GotToGo, you got to start learning how to punish your opponent too. So both players need to do some more Go problems, not just life and death, but life and death, Tsuji, capturing races and Ko's and all this stuff. But all kinds of type of Go problems that are out there, you need to start doing them. Doing Go problems will fix these type of reading errors, because if you read right here, yes, there's a ladder, but there's a net, which is better than a ladder. So just play the net and you should be fine. Here, though, white does get away with it a little bit. There's still a weak group next to a bunch of black thick stones, so you can see that black actually gives up shape locally to attack this bottom right corner. This is also fine, but black could have just netted the stone, so he's giving himself unnecessary trouble. Also, there's a cut at C13 now. However, white Q4 is definitely going to attack, and if we think about what white gained by splitting there in the top left corner versus what black gained, you can see black obviously got more than white. So white definitely losing out in this exchange. Black playing, I'm not sure why black didn't go here. This is the common Joseki. If you play in a Joseki and you don't know it, then make sure you look it up afterwards so you know it for the future. But this is the move. This is definitely the common move, and white has to defend here, and then you can play, I think it's knight's move, I believe, right? It's knight's move, right? But anyway, this is the common sequence, so you definitely want to take the tiger's mouth here, not extend back. This tiger's mouth is really, really nice for white to get, so black definitely making a mistake and losing out here. Black trying to recover a little bit there, but there's still a cut move, so the cut is still good for black. So because of the cut, just go ahead and defend like this. Don't make it complicated on yourself. Get strong shapes and less aji, and you will deal with less problems later. However, there's still a cut after white gets here. The cut activates and maybe will become something worth playing later on. Now he plays here and tries to reduce the corner shape and extends here. Since you're pretty thick here, you can go here. You can go 3 spaces. If white goes here, you can surround since you have this shape. So always extend as far as you can and read that out. If you read it out carefully, then you should know that this shape will work for you. And once you read it enough times, you'll eventually know it by heart and know, and pretty much at a glance can tell mostly when it works and when it doesn't work. But in this case, you can 3-space extension, which is what you want to do. White's playing Shamari here, and I think since black has stones everywhere, I think you want to play the more solid Shamari, because remember, don't make unnecessary aji for yourself. The unnecessary aji, while this does look like you get more, remember in the top left, white invaded and lived in there. Well, he did that without support because of black's misread. Now, black actually has support, so maybe black could play something along these lines, maybe something along these lines. He could also get a, oops, not there, not that. He can also get a forcing move around here for free, and then maybe even reduce white like this, and you can see white's corners getting more and more annoying to play on. However, he does do this, and white extends here. So now, actually, black has some aji to take advantage of. And here, either this move or this move requires careful reading, but this is the aji to the large knight's move in the corner. Instead, black chooses to defend here. Maybe it's okay because maybe he can defend this cut with an Atari, or maybe he just sacrifices, I don't know, but there's still that cut that's really annoying. However, white peeps here and black defends like this. I'm not sure why he doesn't defend like this. If he's worried about the cut, then he shouldn't have jumped. But normally you want to defend like this. What are you going to do? So maybe he's worried about some exchange here. But you can just give up 1 stone, and now you can see black's connected in a strong shape. So I'm not sure what he's getting at, but this shape is going to look bad for black. White doesn't Nobi, and now white doesn't take advantage of this shape. I was thinking white was going to get something along these lines, and you can see here black's shape is not quite good. I think black could even, white can get away with this. If black goes here, white has the Atari. I'm not really caring about these stones. These stones are not that big at all, but the scenario here is quite potent for white, so a lot of aji here. Anyway, it's unnecessary aji. Even if it doesn't work for white, it's just unnecessary aji that you just don't want. Just connect. However, in this case, white actually forces black to fix the aji, and now white has a gigantic weak group in the center. So definitely want to start thinking about taking advantage of that. White, you missed the shape move here to get like this, and you can see black's shape on top is quite bad. So there was that. And now we can see black lives very nicely on top. White connects in the center, though. Maybe one more move here that you can get. This is definitely not worth it. White can easily just fix with something here. and be perfectly fine. White instead connects here, and black invades. Black is not alive if white gets this move. This shape is not alive, black. You got to be careful about these life and death shapes. So just go here, get the tiger's mouth, and then if you want to extend here, that's perfectly fine. But make sure you keep an eye on those life and death shapes. White actually helps black to connect. Black, I'm not sure why you didn't take this, because this actually threatens to cut white, and then you can go here. And white should defend this. If white was thinking of going here, there's still an eye here, so that's still fine. But white still needs to defend that. If white really wants to cut black like this, black can easily come out, and now white is weak again, so definitely worth taking the stone. However, you can see now black is still not alive, black is still not capturing the stone, and black is trying to live over here. Black is going to die. So black, you got to work on that life and death. You got to defend those weak groups, and black did die, and white's overplays actually came about to work. And here black doesn't quite work because white lived in the corner. So just go here and then surround. It's good enough. But don't want to make a cut when he can just take a corner away, because now you lost the corner, right? Well, you should have lost the corner, like so. And you can see that white completely took your corner for free, and white also killed black, and white should be ahead in this game by a little bit. The bottom still looks okay for black though, so I think white should be leading this game. However, black made a nice sequence here, and white did actually come back and kill the corner. Not that way. This is not the way to play. Let's see here. Is it here? Here? Nope, it doesn't look like it quite works. Doesn't look like it quite works. So yeah, a lot of reading here, but white, you made it completely unnecessary on yourself. So this is much harder to live than before. I'm not even sure if it does live. And before, he could have just played the Atari and had obvious life. So here he actually forced black to live. So white died in the corner, but black died here. So both players definitely need to work on life and death and go problems in general. So here we can see the Aji here being taken advantage of. White's gaining thickness, but the thickness doesn't really do anything, so I think this is a complete waste for white. It doesn't really gain you anything because black easily reduces the thickness. However, both players need to deal with the big moves. The center is not the big area to play. Actually, black can still find some Aji in this area to take advantage of white's poor shape here. So perhaps black can get something along these lines and start a surround move and maybe make it a capturing race. I would definitely be considering this. If you can bring this back to life and maybe even kill one of these groups, I think black can win. So definitely look at the Aji, look at your opponent's weaknesses more, and get to those big moves. In the center are not the big moves. And this cut doesn't work. There's a net. So guys, you got to read much better than this if you want to get to single digit Q. So the reading here is definitely not so good. And also black just forced white to fix, because now when you take, there's a tiger's mouth, so black is actually fixing white and not gaining hardly any points. Both players trying to get the center, and I will tell you guys right now that this move is much bigger than this white move. Just trust me on this. In the end game, once you start calculating the end game, once you figure out how to calculate the end game, you'll realize these little pushing moves, forcing moves are actually much, much, much bigger than this center move here. And you could also want to defend the side here. So yeah, much bigger moves to play. These moves are not big. Black did get to the right side to defend, so that was nice. This move is also small compared to G2. Okay, let's see who, and black trying to still get the center, white trying to get the center, both players trying to get the center. The center is just not important in this game. A little bit of a misread again. Trying to kill each other here. I think black, you want to surround like this, cut white and also surround, so bring the stone up and the white stone should die. However, like this, white has a chance to connect, so another reading error here. And white does connect, okay. And you lost more stones on the side, so this actually might cost you a game, because I think you're only ahead by a little bit, right? So this might have cost you the game. And we'll see how it works out. The end game is going to be only so-so. Well, we've seen the end game is not so good because they played a lot of center moves. And so let's see how this plays out. Alright, and looking at the result, white wins by 36.5. That's actually quite a lot. Probably because of the dead stones in the center and the stones on the side on the bottom. The bottom area was quite huge. It was about a 15-point loss, maybe even 20 points lost. Maybe even 25. There's a lot of points on the bottom lost. I would say at minimum 20 points lost on the bottom. And then you just got to find where did black lose 15 points more. Well, there's a dead group here and a dead group in the center, so probably in the center and the bottom. In the top area, definitely should have not died. The top right, white shouldn't have died, but it's hard to say. Maybe white's is, maybe the white dead stones are worth more than the black dead stones, so hard to say. Anyway, this game, I think the biggest issues are the reading. You guys gotta start doing life and death problems on a daily basis. Try and get in 5 to 10 life and death problems every single day. It doesn't have to be at one time. Even if you're doing 5 problems a day, that's a lot of problems. That's like 25, 35 problems a week. So definitely get those in. You can just do 1 or 2 in the mornings, like maybe 1 while you're eating breakfast or 2 while you're eating breakfast. Like maybe 1 at each meal, 1 life and death problem at each meal, and there's already 3 to 6 problems right there. Just spread it out. Just do it in your free time when you have a chance, when you're sitting down, not doing anything else. Just stare at a Go problem while you're eating, while you're waiting for something to happen, while you're on a bus ride, while you're riding in a car, something while you're on the train. Who knows? But just try and fit in at least 5 to 10 life and death problems every single day. Spread it out if you need to. Just work it in there. It shouldn't take too much time out of your day to do, but it will do wonders for your game once you're able to read accurately. And it's not just doing the life and death problems, it's also applying the reading to the game. To apply it, you have to take your time to read things through. Don't just click quickly. You should end up in Bioyomi in the middle game just about every single game, unless you're playing with like 60 minutes on your clock. If you're playing with less than 60 minutes on your clock, you're probably going to end up in Bioyomi in the middle game just about every single game if you're reading properly. So take your time. I will tell you now that if you are spending less than 30 seconds a move, that means it would be better if you had played in Bioyomi than in your main time. If you were not even taking 30 seconds a move, then you are playing less than Bioyomi time. So make sure you're taking more than 30 seconds at least, even on the obvious moves. Read it out carefully, and make sure you are looking at how to respond to your moves correctly. Once your opponent plays a move, or once you're thinking about playing a move, you should already pretty much know how the result is going to play out. Get to the point where you can read that accurately, and trust your reading. So when white lived in the corner, it's basically like a life and death problem. Each and every move, try and read it as accurately as you can. Once more stones appear on the board, just read it closer and closer to the result until you can get to the point where you can read the entire result from the first move. You won't be able to do that for quite a while, but that's basically how you practice, is you start early on, start reading early on, and doing Go problems, and eventually your reading will improve to the point where you can read very, very efficiently, effectively, and accurately. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I think just work on the reading for now. Don't worry about doing anything else. Get the reading thing down first, because if you can't read, you can't play. No matter how big your territory is, if your opponent can invade and live and you can't kill them, then there's no point in making the territory, right? So reading is definitely a big thing. Focus on this. Make sure you're reviewing your games, each and every game, and hopefully that helps. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully this helps you guys, and hopefully the viewers also enjoyed this game and will learn from it. And yeah, so if you want a chance to get your own game reviewed, please look in the description below and click that link to submit your own games. There is a chance to get your games reviewed. There may be about a week or 2 weeks wait right now. However, you still have a 1 in 3 chance to get your game reviewed as of today. So hopefully you guys will take up my offer on that. Submit your games. I look forward to getting to as many games and to as many players as possible, and I hope to help you guys out as much as possible. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this series, and until the next one, I'll see you then. Bye bye.